Muscle testing is such a huge game changer for so many people, and there are several different ways to do it. No one is right, no one is wrong. There's a couple better ways to do it, and we're going to go over them all here today. So, hello, I'm Christine Parker, your local energy rebel, helping you master your own energy so you can create a life that you like to live. So, here we go. Dogs barking in the background, of course, the minute I start recording. Muscle testing way number one. You want to take both of your hands in the same, hi, I'm not getting into that. Okay. So take both of your fingers, index finger on your thumb, and you're just going to hook them. Actually, no, let's do this one first. I did this one. Okay. So you're going to go your right hand, use your dominant hand to test and your non-dominant hand as the closing of the circuit. Okay. So you're going to use this hand and you're going to go like, hi, my name's Christine. That's a truth, right? So this hand you're going to try and split open these fingers with. Okay. Does that make sense? So your dominant hand is going to test the non-dominant hand. So my name is Christine. My name is Claire. My name is Pedro. My name is Christine. Okay. So your non-dominant hand is the circuit for the energy. When you say a truth, it should stay closed. When you say a falsehood, it should open, right? Because you're breaking the circuit. That's number one. Most people use these two. Some people will use like some people use their ring finger. Some people will use their index finger. Again, completely up to you. Try a few of the different fingers and just see which one naturally feels best to you. So the second one, the fingers are going to be the same, except now you're going to be pulling through. You're going to pull through the thumb and the index finger, or again, the thumb and the middle finger, thumb and index finger. I'm sure there's like, oh, you're supposed to use this one. Use whatever one feels best to you. So again, it's my name is Christine. I'm wearing a black shirt. I'm wearing a pink shirt, right? So your dominant hand is going to be the tester, and your non-dominant hand is going to be, did I say that right? Your non-dominant hand is going to be the one you were testing. It's the circuit, right? You're creating a closed circuit. So that's how these two work, right? So you can either do the pull apart or you can do the pull through. Both work beautifully. Again, and some people use the ring finger on this one and they'll pull through. My name is Joseph. Again, it's a lie, so it should pull through. So those are the first two ways. The third way, which I really wish I could do this, I can't, so I'm gonna make it up. I'm not gonna lie. But if I did, you'd be able to muscle test and tell. Anyway, so this other one, middle finger is going to go on top of your index finger. So you're going to create like a little thing just like that. And this is just you're pressing down. So when you say show me a yes, it should stay strong. And when you say show me a no, it should go weaker, right? So I'm wearing a black shirt. I'm wearing a pink shirt. So with this one, you want to feel more into it. Sometimes this one is a little bit more tricky. Not to say that it will be, because I still haven't been able to get this one. But in the past, when I teach people how to do it, I remember the very first person I taught this to, or showed this to, I was like, yeah, cool, you can do it this way. And she did it, and she nailed it, like the first try. And I was like, dude, I really wish I could get that one, but I just, for some reason, that wasn't for me. And you got to kind of let it go. So you can play around with different ones. If there's one that you really, really want to get, you can keep trying. I was just like, you know what, this one's not for me, and I just gave up on it. But I do believe if I kept going, I could probably, maybe I'll try it again. Who knows? That one. Next one. This is one that a lot of people will do, and I think there are a lot of videos out there on how to do it. Again, you want to stay grounded, centered, calm in the body, and you're asking your body to show you a yes and show you a no. And this is the one where like, if you just stand, I'm sitting, I'm not going to stand because I think I'm with my camera and I'm just being lazy because I want to get this done quick. So you can put your hand on your heart, like your hands on your heart, and you'll say, body, show me a yes. And you'll sway. And typically swaying forward is a yes, and typically swaying back is a no, right? So when I begin, I always ask the body, show me a yes, show me a no, just so I know that I'm connected, right? Don't start off, and we'll get into this in the do's and the don'ts of muscle testing, but ask the body, show me a yes, show me a no, right? Show me a yes, show me a no. and then show me a yes. I'll feel the body lean forward. Show me a no. And I'll feel that pull of pulling back. When you stand, it's easier to do this one while you're standing. And again, just ask the body, show me a yes, show me a no. That's how you will start to know what the yeses and nos look like. Especially when you start to muscle test other people. But we're not getting into that today. It's all about self. So another one, I'll show the one I do last, but the other thing that you want to do, or people that you can do so that you don't even have to use the physical body, is just sit, get quiet, and ask your body, show me a yes. Show me a yes. Say the word yes. Feel into the word yes. How does that feel in your body? And then same thing with the nose. Show me a no. Show me a no. Say the word no. Just notice how that feels in your body. When you start to do that, that's when you can start to, if someone asks you a question, or if someone asks you to do something, or there's something that you want to do coming up, you will start to notice in your body if it feels like a yes or it feels like a no. So you can just feel it. You don't have to actually do the muscle testing. If you have any questions about this, drop them in the comments below. I will happily ask them or answer them. Now, the one that I personally do a lot with myself on how I muscle test myself on how to, when I'm treating myself, you can't see my desk, but I will put if you're practicing this at the beginning, put your hands on something, put your elbows on something solid. So I'll just do it here for now. But when I say, show me, I just move my hands in and out. A friend taught me this. And she said, show me a yes. Show me a no. Show me a yes. This thumb is higher. Show me a no. Okay, if you don't believe me, I'm gonna put my hands or elbows, put my elbows on the table, get my hands, make sure arms are parallel. So if I say show me a yes, and then show me a no, this one goes lower. So this one you have to be mindful, and it might be different for someone else. Maybe this one goes higher, this one goes lower. That's why I say, well, when you start muscle testing, get your yes and no first. Even when you're doing this, show me yes, show me no, okay? Just so that it reaffirms what the yeses and the nos look like. If you're not getting yeses and nos, someone taught me this years and years ago. I don't really remember why it works. Something about the energy running in reverse, but you've got, I think they're meridian or energy points here, that if you karate chop them and you do this, you're basically, some people will do this and some people will do this. I know it's a meridian point for something. Don't ask me that right now because I don't remember. But this is a meridian point for something. So if you karate chop both of them, it will make sure your energy is running in the right direction. So if the yeses, or if you're getting frustrated, or if the yeses and nos just aren't vibing, try doing this first and then muscle test again. Okay? So there you have it. There are several different ways to muscle test. Practice, try them out. Start with truths. Start with things you absolutely know are to be true, and things that you absolutely know are to be not true. Like say your name, say the color of the shirt you're wearing, your birthday, and then you get start tricky. Like my birthday is January 27th. My birthday is January 28th, right? Like just play, and then start to play around with things like that. And then you can start to muscle test things that are more significant, like muscle testing what supplements you might need and that type of thing. But make sure you trust. And this is a trust thing. You need to trust your body. And if you are having concerns about trusting your body, go to the Mortar March and do the affirmation. I'm thankful and grateful I trust my body. Mortar March to that before you start muscle testing, and that will also help reprogram your subconscious mind so that you trust yourself to muscle test, because the more you trust yourself, the easier it is to muscle test. Okay, keeping these videos short, I will go over the do's and don'ts of what to do in muscle testing. So yeah, do's and don'ts of muscle testing in the next video, or go watch the Mortar March if you, yeah, like I said, if you need more trust. I trust myself to muscle test. Cool. Okay, Parker out. Have a great day. See you in the next video.